Hi everybody, I'm Benatia and I would like you to introduce you to my best friend who I've known for 8 years,
Yep.
Kate Emmerson. Kate has brought so much to my life. We knew each other in a work environment 8 years ago, and then I started getting involved and into Kate's business as a client from a coaching point of view. Kate is a life coach, but she also focuses on decluttering one's life physically and mentally. And I found it so fascinating. So a couple of years ago, Kate coached me and really helped me.
We went to Mauritius.
We went, and then we went to Mauritius, and that was the most amazing retreat. It really did change my life. What got you into retreats, Kate?
You know, so I'm 50 now, and in my mid-20s, I had been to Southeast Asia. We got some bashing going on around Johannesburg.
Yes.
Welcome to
Monday
life.
morning.
Yep. And it's like almost like, okay, wait, my head up and my brain. So I was very interested in spirituality and quiet time and resonating with what's going on inside. And so living in Natal, I used to go to Ikopo, which was a Buddhist retreat center. And I learned then the power of taking time out. Really, I was quite blessed, I think, at a young age. I used to write in my journal, and I would spend quite a bit of time, quiet time on my own. And I had some amazing friends in that similar environment. But I always remember going away to the retreat center as very pivotal in my life, of really kind of like you would pay and you'd get excited and you'd drive there and then you would immerse in this time. And it was just that like complete like selflessness of going within and understanding, and it changed my life. And I always thought I must never lose this. And I would go maybe once a year. I think one year I went twice. I also remember when I was going through a really challenging time. I was going through a bit of a breakup with my partner, and I thought I don't want to just react and just like, you know, I thought let me just go away and give a little bit of space. And I was 26, and I had that kind of understanding of we get so stuck in our blooming lives and our perspective, and we get small and stressed, and I thought I need to get away. And I think that has just been built in from that time, and that was a really transformational time for me. And then of course, like you, if you're ever's watching, I went through stages where I forgot about it, where I went through my stuff and challenges, and I then really came back to it when I came into my coaching world. So that was from 2003, so 15 years ago. I became one of South Africa's first life coaches. Sorry, I'm losing my bra strap here. And then knowing for myself so that I need to go away. I mean, I've literally just done a week's detox retreat for me. I was a participant. I could just veg out literally and heal my body and do as little as possible and just let my body reset.
And how different do you feel now?
But you know, one of the hardest things for me, I did a video from Fordoon in the Midlands, which is a beautiful part of South Africa. One of the hardest things for me, and it was really amazing because I understand the power of retreats. I know intellectually, I know what people get out of them. I know how immersing changes your life, whatever the topic is, because maybe it's a spring clean, maybe it's a reboot, maybe it's a ignite your life, maybe it's a write your book. Retreats normally have a theme more than a topic, actually, because it's not so much a lot of information. It's actually more time and to integrate. But I remember one of the most challenging things was not so much the time, because I've really downscaled my work commitments, but was do I deserve this? And you know, we have our little step, and we reach a plateau and we go, okay, now it's time to go up a little bit and step up. And when I say it pushed every single one of my buttons, when I looked at the cost, and it was 6 nights away, and I looked at, oh my God, can I actually afford this? And I'm like, Kate, like, what are you? Are you going back 20 years? But I had to process all of that resistance that I came up against. I came up resistance. Am I worth it? Do I deserve it? How can I spend this much money? It's so indulgent. And I had all of this crap coming up for me. Me as Kate, as a client, going, I want to go and book on this retreat. And it gave me so much insight, into myself, as to where I am going. This is something I'd been wanting to do, a detox retreat, for the last 25 years, and I've never done it. But I came up against my own edge, and that was fascinating for me. And then I had this amazing insight of like, oh my goodness, I am all my clients.
Yes.
I'm all our clients. I'm you.
I went through the same thing with you. Don't you remember when I was wanting to go on to the Mauritius retreat and the Greece writing
And
retreat?
it's so much money.
Yes.
And then I thought, okay, and then I spoke to a girlfriend and I was like, I think I'm going to do it. And then I spoke to my partner and I paid the deposit. I'm like, okay, now I'm in because it's non-refundable deposit. And then it settled down a little bit. And then I was like, oh, I'm actually going to go and do this. Then I started getting excited. And then when it came to like the couple of days and I was packing and I was like, oh, I could see it on my calendar. Then I was like, well, you stupid cow, why haven't you done this before?
And why hadn't you done it before?
Yeah, and it's just, I just hadn't. I was so busy offering it to my clients.
You put yourself last on the list,
Exactly.
like we all do.
Exactly. So I'm like, this is me now living my own work. So I absolutely, when you ask me why retreats, we all need to take a step back. And when I talk about in coaching, it's almost like, how do you step above and almost look down on your life with a little bit of detachment, but you're completely immersed in it. It's the not needing to be on your phone, pick up the kids, answer to clients, do your emails, stupid social media. It's actually just healing time. And I have become quite, I don't want to use the word obsessed because it sounds like, a bit OCD, but quite enthralled, might be a better word, with this concept of more time off, doing less. I think so many of my clients over the last 15 years, my brand name is Quick Shift Dava, and how do I pack lots in and do lots, and I travel a lot. And actually I'm more enthralled by doing less and being more
effective. Yes.
Absolutely. So retreats for me are just one of those. It's not a workshop. It's not a conference.
No.
It's not lots of sitting and taking notes. It's actually
and it's not hectic.
It's taking time out.
Correct.
It's taking time to slow down and to defrag and to let go and to
Lovely.
say, kind of in the nicest possible way, screw everybody else.
Yes.
And it's, well, what about me? What about me? So that's become like my new little hashtag. What about me? Or you talk about just for me.
Yes.
And so it was profound. And when I was there, then I was just like, oh, I immersed in it. And I was like, ooh, this is so nice. And when I came back out, it was just, it felt profound. It felt like something had fundamentally shifted inside me because I went on the detox retreat. So it was about me and my body and how I eat. So part of being quick shift is that I eat fast and I talk fast. And it's that whole concept of
slowing down
and how do I really re-energize my body by eating slower.
Yes.
And I'm very into juicing and detoxing, but there was something that I needed to like actually shift at a deeper level. And so what happened is, for me, by making the investment, it wasn't just like, so Ven and I know we've connected on juicing and I have a juicing coach and do, say, a 7-day juicing, but while we're at home on our own, and I love it and I'm in it, and then bam, I come back to my bad habits because I have bad habits.
Yes, and life carries on.
Spending this money, investing in myself, what the real bit that actually fundamentally shifted for me very personally was, now I have to keep investing in myself as opposed to going into something, coming back out and doing the seesaw. So not so much the weight yo-yo, that was a little bit of it, but it's more the energy yo-yo. And then I go, oh, I have to juice, and then, oh, but I want to drink champagne. Now I really understand more of the
integrating
lifestyle.
It. Yes, into your life.
But I had to invest that amount of money in order to be willing to invest in myself again. Like that's the kind of psychology flow that happened for me. So I get it. I get it that you're sitting here watching us going, I know Venetia, or I know Kate, or I've never met either of us, and I'm going to be spending this money to come away. So, yeah, I mean, maybe we can do another little video on the actual retreat, but we get it. We are you. So we know it takes a lot to spend the money. No matter what the money is, it's just, can I do this?
It's worth it. You've been through the experience I have. I've been on a couple of retreats with Kate. It's been life-changing, and it means just investing in yourself, because at the end of the day, that investment is a tiny investment in terms of the value that you get out of it.
And so what I'm going to be doing on the retreat is very much about rebooting your soul and about the mental and emotional aspects. So we're going to be doing a stock take of your life at 8 different levels. we're going to be doing a very deep letting go exercise. So really giving you, we're calling it a spring reboot toolkit. So we want you to go away with practicalities, and then like Venetier is going to do the assessments, we'll also be doing a mastermind class after, so as a follow-up integration. So what practically do you need to do to make shifts, because it happens inside, but now you've got to go and play it out in the world. So it doesn't just stay on the weekend, because then don't invest your time and money.
Correct.
And I understand, there's always a date attached to a retreat. So if this retreat doesn't work date-wise, find another one to go on. So the invitation is to do something to get away. We're doing it in spring because, first of all, there's all the lovely energy.
Absolutely.
And where we're taking you is beautiful, but also it's a reset point, especially in the southern hemisphere. It's spring, and now we've got 4 months till the end of the year. So it's how do you gather a little bit of energy
for the rest of the year,
let go of stuff from the beginning of the year that's no longer appropriate for you, and how do you, one of the expressions is gird your loins, and gearing up for the last few months.
Fantastic.
So yeah, I'm just so excited to be offering this with you and
myself
sharing
as well.
our passion
Yes,
together.
wonderful.
So
Join
we're saying
us.
cheers to you, cheers to you, or cheers actually, and maybe we'll see you at our retreat. And if you want to chat to us, have questions,
Absolutely.
give us a call.
Give us a shout.
Lots of love. Bye.